about Marrakesh, the pearl of the South. True, gateway to the to the Sahara.
Yes, sir, but you do not say it correctamente.
Oh.
It is the gateway to the Sahara.
Oh, all right, if you say so.
Yes.
You know how many times I read The Arabian Nights when I was a kid? 17 times.
Sir, I have news for you. About 3,000 miles to the right of yourself is the Arabian neighborhood. The name of this neighborhood is Morocco.
Oh, you got no romance in your soul, man. Listen, in Aladdin and his wonderful lamp, the name of the country was China.
I see.
In one of the great and wealthy cities of China, once on a time, there lived a lowly tailor named Mustafa.
In China.
That's right. Now, Mustafa was exceedingly poor.
I see.
And by his daily toil, he could scarce support himself, a wife,
I'm listening.
a young son.
Named Hong Kong.
No, named Aladdin.
Okay. The Paris of the Sahara.
And do you know why they call Marrakesh the Paris of the Sahara?
Yes, because that is the Arabian version of the Eiffel Tower, you see.
Certainly.
Good night, Chet.
Good night, David.
Nothing?
Conway, we have gone through the High Atlas, the Anti-Atlas, the Valley of the Sioux, and a sizable chunk of the Sahara Desert.
It's the only thing down there. There's a lot of heat and a lot of sandflies and some guys walking around in blue nightshirts.
Mm-hmm. What's with the old man of Ishmael?
Oh, the old man. Well, the old man of Ishmael actually is, well, he's pretty much of an old man. Mr. Conway, what he does is he sits around and he dozes a lot in the afternoon, takes his iron tonic, and he reminisces about the old... He's in retirement,
There's
Conway.
no such thing as a retired fanatic. And remember, this old gent used to be head of the Inner Council of Damascus.
Okay, you're the expert. You're the expert on the holy wars, but I'm telling you right now that if I was going to set out to straighten up the infidels and make the world safe for the old-time religion, I sure wouldn't start in Morocco.
Look, gentlemen, we're talking about a jihad. A holy war. The main thing we need for that is a new Mahdi.
Mahdi?
The Redeemer. The man on the white horse.
So you think the old man of Hitchmakan is setting himself up as the new Mahdi?
No, he's too old for that. He's past 90. He'd need a younger man to front for him.
All right, well, what are the requirements for the job?
Well, he'd have to be a revered figure in the Arab world, a spellbinder, and a schemer.
Sounds like that guy, what's his name in Cairo?
The Grand Mufti of Jerusalem.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, the people I'm talking about, you should send the Grand Mufti out for sandwiches. If one of them were around now, we'd be on the edge of a holy war. There could have been 4 of them. They're all canceled out.
What are the 4?
The 4 are Ayub the Butcher, died 2 years ago in Afghanistan. Abul Hussein, bookkeeper type, no flair. Harid Shah is in an asylum in Tehran, and the Jabad is completely out of the picture.
Mm-hmm. What Jabad? Who's that?
The Jabad of Basra. Old Saif al-Allah, the sword of God. He had lots of style. He'd have made a terrific Mahdi.
Well, how come he's out of the picture?
The Jabad has been a guest of the British government since the Baghdad riots in 1941. Great little show, but his timing was a little off. He's still in England, which means he's still in jail, so it looks like the war is off for the time being, which means I have time to catch a 2 o'clock plane to Cairo.
Well, wait, what about us here?
Why don't you take a vacation or something? Maybe your next assignment would be something exciting. Like looking for microphones in the martinis.
Okay, Conway. Yeah.
Hey, look. Now, don't you think that your mom, what would she think if you had a nice camel's hair rug?
I'm afraid she would say it's a little ostentatious. That's what.
Well, she could make it into a coat. Now, look, well, wait a minute. Let's make a beautiful coat.
Big.
Look, now there's more camel's hair being worn by people these days. Now, look at this. Then there is, excuse me.
Perhaps you'll be kind enough to step aside and let the gentleman pass.
Oh, I thought it was a good idea, actually. Camel's hair coat.
You know who was that man in the white beard? I only seen his pictures. He's the Jahbar of Basra, the sword of God.
Maybe we can still catch Conway.
Well, how are we going to catch Conway, man? How do we know where we are? All these track houses look the same.
Well, let's see. In Alabama, the 40 Thieves, they just put chalk on the door.
Oh, I see. Chalk. Well, have we any pool players in the house?
It didn't work anyway, though, because you see, Maharana, the clever and devoted slave girl, she perceived these designs were made by an enemy, and in which case, then she ran around the whole block and made marks on all the other doors, so you can't trust anybody.
Well, let's forget the chalk now. Somebody's got to watch the place. And, Mo, you seem to fit in with the scenery.
As a matter of fact, I'm outstandingly inconspicuous. I just pick out a door and sit down for my nap.
It's a marvelous suggestion, Mo. One thing, though, please try to keep it play pretend nap. You know, eyes open at all times.
Are you teaching me how to be sneaky?
No. Mo. No. Mo. No, Mo.
That's ridiculous. Saif al-Allah is doing life in a British jail. The only way he could get out of England or into this country for that matter, is in a box.
Yes, but it was your boy Mo who recognized him from the old picture, sir.
All right. Maybe there's somebody that looks like the Jabbar of Basra. Excuse me?
There are not too many somebodies that look like the man we saw, Conway. Conway!
Mr. Conway, your airport car is ready.
Why don't you take the bags down for Mr. Conway to his automobile and stow them therein?
I'll be there in a minute.
Go ahead. Have a nice trip. And we'll send you a little picture postcard of the thorn trees in blossom.
Now, look. I've got conferences with 2 kings and 3 prime ministers in the next 4 days. I want you to check this guy out and verify that he is not the man you mistook him for.
And what if he is?
Kill him.
Can we just look at the ramparts of the city and do what to him?
Kill him. Well, you gotta admit the kid puts his heart into the performance.
Oh, that's the way to catch a lot of fleas sitting there forever.
Come on, Mo, let's go to work.
He's strangled.
I don't know which version of the Arabian Nights you got us into, but I certainly hope it's Aladdin and you find that wonderful lamp.
No, man, this looks like Alabama and the 40 Thieves.
Oh.
Yeah, a large and vaulted cavern, heaped from floor to ceiling with cameloads of silks and rich brocades. Mounds on mounds of varicolored carpetings.
Sir, by your liege, it looks like flour to me. Flour.
For generations, the robbers have stored their gains and spoils in this particular cave.
Mm-hmm.
Looking about us, we should espy coins, both golden and silver, beyond measure or account.
Sure, I wish you would espy us out of here.
No, not that way. The police are still about.
Come in, mystery guest, and sign in, please.
I rather think they've gone to find the watchman, to let them in through the office so they can search here.
Uh-huh. Well, your voice is very reassuring, my dear, but I wonder if you wouldn't be kind enough...
There's only one place to hide, and you're not to come out of that until I tell you. Now then.
Now, this one is coming back to me, the one with the people hiding in the barrels.
Actually, they were hiding in huge leathern jars.
And didn't somebody come along and pour boiling oil into these leathering jars? Somebody like...
It's been quite a while since I read all that stuff. Some of the details...
تعال هنا تعال هنا
Come on. Come out now. Everyone's gone.
No, I don't believe we've met.
That's quite true.
However, I readily perceive myself that this is the noted beauty, Princess Dear Elbador, daughter of a sultan, no?
I found these things for you. Just slip them on over what you're wearing now.
Okay. You take the right one, and I'll take the second. Why?
What do you mean, why?
Yeah,
this is
what?
Halloween, and you gotta have a costume if it's Halloween.
I think you should know I'm aware of who you are and what you're trying to do. And I must say you're doing it rather bumblingly. Your poor friend left spying on that house.
Well, what makes him our friend?
The Royal Moroccan Intelligence Service, I dare say. The man you've meshed yourself against is not only one of the cleverest in the world, he's also very quick and very deadly. I'm afraid you're going to need all the help I can give you.
All right, ma'am. Now, just what team are you on, and what is the game you're playing?
If we're to stop the job out of Basra, we'll have to catch up with him again. He won't be waiting for you where you left him, you know.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Coach, what's the plan?
Well, I'll give it a bit of thought. It will have to be something quite simple, or else you'll mess it up.
Ha.
Now then, when you leave,
Yes, ma'am.
try and remember that Arabs walk quite differently from Americans. Shuffle along with a bit of a roll, like sailors. Don't gawk about in all directions. Try not to look as if you were going somewhere.
Madam, I tell you what, if it's all the same to you... Hello, madam. Ma'am? Miss? Hello there. Hey, come on. There's a ladies' entrance from this place because there's no entrance back there at all. And we were standing right there. And the voice... Aha, he said. And said. Hello, madam. Excuse me, won't you, for a moment? Hey, what's a small tropical grain in 6 letters used for food and the manufacture of oil?
Wait.
Open wheat. That's 5 letters.
Sesame.
Ah, open sesame. Although I presume that any such word like Mississippi or anything like that would indeed activate the thermostatic couplings of the sacks, thereby drawing back the bags and throwing the whole thing over.
But my dear boy, most of the Persians are idiots. They're not only idiots, but lunatics as well, which is enormously important in a project such as ours. You people seem to be distressingly sane.
I think what Hassan al-Jadr is saying, sir...
You ask 500 million Muslims to rise up one morning to drive out the infidel, purge the human race of its worldliness and corruption, etc., etc. It simply won't wash unless they're feeling a trifle religious, which means a trifle uncomfortable. We shall need proclamations against drinking and dancing and other naughty little habits, and a rather steady stream of trances, visions, miracles, and prophecies. Kirid Shah, who's always been a little loose at the hinges, has a positive genius for that kind of thing.
What may I say, sir, to the Prime Minister of Qadra? He's ready to come over to our side, and his army is behind him.
Tell him to keep his army quiet and amused until we are ready for it, which will not be until phase 2. That contingent won't join us until we have first struck here, and here, and here.
Like a sunstorm in the desert.
Perhaps, yes.
excuse me, it is time for us to go.
I'll show you the way. Now, one can't depend entirely on fire and the sword. One must also have an infallible sense of time and Oh, what have we here? Oh, you finally got here, did you? I'd quite given you up.
Yeah. Listen, I don't suppose there's anything that we could say that would,
No, I dare say it wouldn't.
Grandfather, are you...
You chaps can run along home now. Tell Dr. Zombawa the situation is well in hand.
Dr. Zombawa will wish to see these men, Jabad. We will dispose of them for you.
Chief, you'll do nothing of the sort. That is one of the pleasanter little pleasures I always reserve for myself. I'm forgetting the social amenities. Perizada, allow me to present Mr. Kelly Robinson and Mr. Alexander Scott. My granddaughter, gentlemen. You'll find you have much in common. Perizada is keenly interested in espionage and political assassination, the sort of work you're in.
Grandfather.
Please excuse us. Ah, professional tennis player. That's an uncommonly clever touch.
Sophocles. Oedipus et Colonus.
wonderful.
Classical Greek. Tolma, Xenos, Epixenos. Tlaman. Endure. Sort of like keep the faith, baby.
Oh,
you know?
really?
No, actually, it's funny, but what it really says is pity the poor foreigner in a foreign country. You have to love what they love and hate what they hate.
I'll try.
That's something we might all do well to keep in mind. Though we'll none of us be in Morocco for very long. Pity, I find it rather a pretty country, don't you?
Well, it's a lot of excitement.
That's because you keep active. Following people around, bursting into their houses with murderous intent. I find it fascinating to watch. I only wish you'd chosen a more convenient time.
Yes, well, organizing a holy war must keep you very active yourself, sir.
What has a holy war to do with us?
Well, that's the word, sir. That seems to be the plan, and you're the man.
There is no such thing as a holy war. Wars are either political, having to do with self-determination and real estate, or economic, which means that the other scoundrel gets all the tax money and you get none.
Which group do you belong to, sir?
Both. I am both ambitious and greedy. Has it ever occurred to you that the raw material with which to satisfy ambition and greed lies scattered around the world in the persons of 500 million Muslims? That's an impressive number of Muslims, gentlemen. 250 million of them live in Muslim countries. Now, the other 500 million lives under non-Muslim rule. In your country, maybe be a mere 75,000, but 50 million in the Soviet Union and 60 million in Red China. Now, what would you do about all those people, Mr. Robinson?
Well, I don't know. If I were a crackpot, I guess I would probably take my $500 million on the outside, march right in, and liberate the $500 million on the inside of such little places like Russia, China.
Yeah, how exciting. Hordes of the faithful galloping about the Siberian sand dunes with green flags and terrifying noises, brandishing their scimitars and hurling their fearful swords in all directions. Oh, really, Samuel, must you always spoil the climax? What? Oh, excuse me, gentlemen, another delegation from the outlying provinces. Have Ishmael and Mustafa conduct our guests to their quarters. Here's something I wager neither of you knew. I have more Muslims in the Balkans than in the entire kingdom of Jordan.
Sorry, you never make it with a teenage crowd.
With this guy at all. I mean, what kind of a mod he is that goes around sounding like Robert Donut in Goodbye, Mr. Chips?
Yes, I prefer my man Lawrence Harvey in the role myself.
Lawrence Harvey?
Yes, Lawrence Harvey.
Oh, you mean Lawrence Oliver?
Yeah, that's right.
But I'm telling you right now, Cal, this is the one way that nature has of telling you that you should never read the same story 17 times. You see, actually, there was no Javad.
He and that Mr. Hitchmaker or whatever, and the Sultan's daughter.
Granddaughter.
Well, whatever it is, man. They're all just hallucinations. It's a part of a fevered brain, your brain, and keep me out of it.
Conway says that this guy has got all the class and all the brains in the whole area, right? So what does he do? He catches two guys that are trying to kill him in his own house. What does he do? He sits them down, gives them a glass of mint tea, tells them his whole life story, also all of his plans, and sends them to bed without their supper.
Overconfidence is a sign of a real kook, you see.
Uh-huh. Or a cat with a couple of mice. What is that thing he was reading, that Oedipus?
There's Oedipus at Colonus.
Doesn't matter a whole lot where it is it?
Yes, because you see, just a regular old raggedy Oedipus, you see, is a story of a man who found out that he had murdered his father and married his mom.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Now, Jabad's Oedipus is just a sequel, you see. This is where Oedipus himself is an old blind beggar being led around by his daughter looking for a good place to die.
Mm-hmm. Well, any place will do, except this one, please.
So they settled in Colonus, which is a town just outside of Athens, and there's a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and the next thing you know, the gods forgive him, and he dies, lives happily ever after.
حل الباب.
Oh, sister of mine, quoth the king, if thou be not tired and sleepy, tell us some more of thy pleasant tales.
What an exquisite hash you two have made of everything.
Yes, if she really cared for us, though, she'd want us to meet the family.
Certainly.
I trust you all had a very pleasant chat.
Oh, yes, we had a wonderful time. He's a very charming man, lovely man. He is homey and folksy, and he just wants to make the world a better place for everybody to live in.
Yes, you get him talking about his favorite hobby there, boy, that's when he really gets trippy. It's another 10 minutes, and I would have joined myself.
Mr. Scott, my grandfather has been called out for 25 years retirement to command the most dangerous men in the world. Not because he's so utterly charming, but because they all know that he's more cunning and more ruthless than any of them. Whatever the Jabad of Basra sets out to do, nothing ever stands in his way.
And bully for him, he's got a long way to go.
Has he? There's only one more piece to get into place. The old man of Ichmagan is coming to meet with him. When he and the Jabad come together, that will mean the opening of a council of war.
Yes, the gunpowder and the match. Their meeting could blow up the Arab world.
I needn't tell you that he won't want you around when that meeting occurs.
Yes, you're probably, Well, listen, Farazada, my dear child of the desert, the very fact that you bring this up leads me to believe that you have another cunning plan in mind. No?
Yes. And we are all in this together.
Open the door.
Pick up sticks. 7, 8. Got them straight.
Somewhat heavy to me, but then everything does at my age. I've always preferred small, delicate, intimate things, like hand grenades. How was it in the tests?
Very good, Master.
Very well. If this is the model you favor, that is the one we'll use. Ah, my tea. Thank you, Samuel. Samuel? Bring 2 more cups, will you? It appears we have company. Milk or lemon, gentlemen? It must be intensely frustrating, but then you should have realized that assassinating me is not a task for simple souls like yourselves. I was a simple sort once before I went to prison in 1941, devious but unsophisticated.
Yeah, we heard about your unsophisticated little Baghdad riots. Knocked off the pro-British leaders and overthrew the government of Iraq. Good time was had by all.
The Baghdad coup, my good young friend, was an incredible botch. Uncontrolled mobs, burning, looting, and killing. The needless dead included the Murabi of Baghdad, who was a very great man, and incidentally, my own father. And what did it accomplish? It brought the British into Iraq and the Russians into Iran.
Well, you can't win them all.
Serving a life imprisonment, particularly in England, allows one an elegant sufficiency of time for reading and thinking. The question often came to, what is the purpose of a life that is finished at middle age? Obviously, there's no purpose at all, and that's a very bitter answer.
Tell me, sir, are you bitter with the whole world or just with the British?
Oh, don't misunderstand me, Mr. Robinson. I'm a vindictive old man, but not in the least bitter. As to the British, I found them a well-meaning people, always solicitous. Can we bring you better food, warmer clothing, books to read? Yes, if I hadn't been to England, I should never have met the ancient Greeks. Mr. Scott, did you realize that Sophocles was 95 years old when he wrote the Oedipus at Colonus?
You're particularly fond of this Oedipus?
Oh, but of course. Here is a man whose life was shattered at the prime. We find him now an old and friendless exile. It is not until now, when he wanders into Colonus in search of death, that he realizes that there was a purpose after all. All the harsh and cruel things the gods have done to him were only to give a purpose to these last days. All his life was pointed towards his death. Remember that great speech to King Theseus? Remember that, Mr. Scott? Only the gods, he says, are spared old age and death. The earth decays, the body withers, sweet turns to bitter, back again to sweet. But he himself has been promised that in his death he shall taste revenge upon his enemies. For then he says, my sleeping corpse, cold in the ground, shall drink their lifeblood hot.
You are doing very well, Jahabad. You catch them almost as fast as this girl can turn them loose.
Kill that creature! It is my granddaughter that is mourning, flesh of my flesh.
But she has betrayed you, Jahabad. This time she was clever enough to have them tie her up. She has betrayed you twice today.
Grandfather, believe me.
Get up. I'm sure you can prove all this, Sampawa. You can imagine how ghastly it will be for you if you can't. I'll look into this later when I have more time and privacy. And I promise either you or she will be lavishly rewarded. Zambawa, I confess I find myself persistently annoyed by this man of yours.
I'm very sorry, Jahabad, if I'd known
It will pass. When I have these three tucked up for the night, I want him taken to the cellars. Have your other people there to watch while Abdul Rahman gives him 75 lashes.
That will kill him.
Very possibly it will. But it'll do a world of good for everyone else.
Save candles. Costs a lot of money, you know. You guys got any cards? Want to play some poker or casino or anything like that? My man is a demon at casino. Well, okay.
Listen, you want to give a go at busting out of here?
No, thank you. All we would do is wind up in the principal's office again. I really cannot take any more of that tea and sympathy. What kind of a guy is this anyway? What's he keeping us around here for? Is he a compulsive talker or just a plain egomaniac or what?
He told you exactly what he is. Sly, devious, vindictive.
I came to make sure you were quite comfortable.
You really are too kind to us, sir.
Oh, it's the old saying, Mr. Robinson, cast your bread upon the waters. God will know it if the fishes don't. I'm afraid I'm not going to see much of you today. Visitors from the south, conferences, enterprises of great pith and moment, as Shakespeare says.
How is your family?
Yes, the tongue always finds the aching tooth, doesn't it? I fear you're not going to see Perizada again at all. I was obliged to send her on a little trip.
Master, there's not much time. Just past Tupkal on the way north.
Oh, you gentlemen have been so remarkably patient. I should like you to have met my associates. However...
Well, if they're half as nice as the ones we've met already.
They're meeting to start a holy war. How can they be nice?
Oh, they are delightful. The most resourceful, the most diabolical minds in the Arab world. A sort of right-wing pan-Islamic summit conference.
Mohammedan mafia.
Well said, well said. Oh, you'll find them enormously stimulating. Well, this may be goodbye, gentlemen. As we say in Arabic, salam alaikum, or as we say in Greek, Mr. Scott, tele zeus te patama.
What in the world is tele?
Tele is, it's like classical Greek. He will accomplish. Zeus is, of course, Zeus. The gist of it is that God's got a heavy day ahead of him.
What else is new?
Nothing much.
If you please, gentlemen, get up. Hands together behind your backs, please.
Hey, you know what? This is one way to get out of a locked room.
I hope so.
Follow me, yeah, please. seat anyway, huh?
Certainly. Hey. All in their places with sunshiny faces. Well, offhand, I would say there's nothing much we can do anymore.
What do you mean, anymore? And yet?
And yet what?
He kept talking about Oedipus. Oedipus came to a foreign land to die. And Jabab comes to make war.
Well, it doesn't make sense, does it?
Might. Soon.
That's the Kingfish himself. The old man of H. McCann. Well, it's all over but the joyous tumult.
You gentlemen come from many nations and speak many tongues, so I will take the liberty of addressing you in the language which is familiar to most of you. You are the leaders in the mighty conflict which is ahead. Without all of you, this bloodiest of all wars cannot hope to succeed. The tasks will be tremendous, the agony enormous, and victory, if it comes, will find many of us gone already by fire and the sword, by siege and slaughter, by epidemic and starvation. Within 2 years, more than 1 million of our own people will have died, and you and I must bury them.
Always a soft sell.
During my first years away from you, I was at times unjust to the memory of my old friends. I felt then that my brothers had abandoned and forgotten me, even those that had been closest, even this oldest and greatest friend, the Baba of Ishmael. No one, not even my sainted father, the Murabi, ever had so profound an influence on my life. Without Ibn Halal behind me, guiding and pushing me, the events of Baghdad in 1941 could never have been accomplished. There are others like the old man.
We lost our fourth for bridge.
Dedicated men, old and wise and cunning, men who have worked long in the dark.
Let's do this little deed.
Most of them are modest about the things that they have done. But yesterday, certain documents were forwarded to the United Nations. Documents from a variety of sources, some of them dating back to 1912. Telling of the men who have performed great services for Islam and the world, who in the great Arab revolt of 50 years ago betrayed Lawrence of Arabia to the Turks, who in the 1940s received his honors from the Indonesians and his income from the Dutch. The same man who brought peace and harmony to the inner councils of Damascus by betraying all who did not support him to the Palestine police for execution. The same man who saved the British the trouble of a prolonged and possibly futile search for me by revealing to them my hiding place.
He brought them together to kill him.
And to die, like Oedipus.
was using you, he is still using you. He was utterly without shame in that respect. He used me up to the moment he shoved me on board of the plane. Keep those... Oh, je vais le faire, merci. Keep those two Americans busy, he said. Out of the way and out of trouble till they're needed.
Yes. Well, what part of the play were we supposed to be?
Most important of all, you were the audience. Certain people had to be told what had happened and that everything had been put to rights. He was a mischievous old scoundrel, but very tidy.
But, Perry, there's one part that still doesn't fit. It doesn't make any... Look, we know he's dead. We saw it happen, but,
No question about that. Those were his own men at the guns, and they'd been told precisely when to use them.
The ruins were searched 4 times, and there's no sign of the Jabbat's body.
Well, you see, that's like in the Oedipus play, man. Wherever the grave was, that's where the gods sort of blessed him, and the people didn't know where the grave was because the gods buried him themselves, see?
Have some cream?
Yeah. Also, they went through his room and checked it around, and they found a few things. One in particular was a thank you letter, sort of thank you letter to the King of Morocco, and also a few letters to personal friends of his in Greece. And he also left this with the mark. It's a speech of Antigone, the daughter who stuck with him to the end. In a foreign land, which he himself had chosen, he died. In his grave, he has a well-shaded bed forever, and we who mourn him are not without real tears.
It's nice. It sounds like something the old gentleman would have liked.
Of course. Otherwise he wouldn't have marked the place for us.
Mister, you won't buy? Good, new, light.
No, thank you. I have enough. I have a lot right in here. Thank you.
Speak English. Understand very good.
Okay.
2 years, San Francisco Fisherman Wharf.
Sure. Okay, English. A friend of mine, he's an American, a tall, on the thin side. He plays tennis. I'm looking for a tennis player around here. Dances, and he plays and dances a lot and everything.
And dance.
Yes.
Dance.
Yes, he does. The Americano. Yes.
Yeah.
Tennis.
Every night he dance like Greek calamity.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where?
Every night.
Where?
Taverna.
Yeah, where is it?
Taverna.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Well, that's a relaxed greeting.
That's right. It's relaxed island, in all truth.
What bringest thou to us amongst us? Oh, it's just a whim. 14 cables from the department. We were supposed to meet in Athens 10 days ago. Did you forget? Well, it's no problem at all. I've just been walking the Aegean Sea here and made more stops at the islands than old Ulysses himself. I thought you were dead.
In place of that, I turn up live and kicking, and relaxed and happy, and that makes you all uptight. Now, that doesn't make any sense, does it?
Just what are you supposed to be doing here, man?
Well, I'm supposed to be looking for a mermaid, who shall shortly ariseth to us, unto ourselves upon her white charger.
Hey, explain yourself, will you please?
I have never made more sense in my whole born days. I have, you ready now? I have come in out of the cold. I'm not in the spy business anymore.
Doesn't make any difference.
Okay, Mr. Scott, come to the house and I will give you a drink.
Now then, Irina is mine, and this island is mine, and sun shines here. Brighter than it does anywhere else. And if you had any sense at all, you'd come and enjoy some of it. Just sit still for a while and let the light come in.
No, I do pays for it.
What are you talking about, who pays?
Who pays for it? All right, you quit the service now. You got no money. Now, how you going to get money? Is your mermaid going to dive in for pennies when the ships come in?
Come on, man. Irina's fixing us something to drink.
No, I'm going over to the hotel and check in. Got to fill out some reports.
Yeah, I bet you do. And like Abu Ben Adem, my name shall lead all the rest. No? Listen, how about I'll see you...
Oh, that's different.
Yeah, but you see, that doesn't fit either. Mostly because of the fact that Kelly's been exposed to sunshine and women before. Just doesn't fit.
So what's the next move?
Well, the next move is the taberna, about 8 o'clock.
Φεύγω πια με καρδιά που θα πονεί παντοτινά. Ξέχασες, πέρασες, η αγάπη και πια δεν ξαναγυρνά. Τώρα πια...
Isn't she beautiful, man? Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah.
Τώρα πια στη ζωή μου δεν θα έχω.
Making a steady diet of that stuff.
What stuff is that, sir? Yeah, better believe it. Not only that, but I've never been in such great shape in my whole days.
Στη ζωή μου δεν θα έχω συντροφιά.
Ouzo.
Truly. That's a great brand, though, because Rena gets that for me in the mountains someplace. Special.
Well, I mean, how do they make it?
Well, they squeeze up a lot of ouzo, you see, and strain it through some more ouzo, and pretty soon you got... I don't know what it is. It's good for you, and you should drink some.
No, thank you. I'll just stick with my coffee.
Addio.
like my song?
Beautiful. Beautiful and sad.
I know there is no love for the Greeks without tears. Except for my Kelly. Everything is a joke. Even love.
I just hope that he doesn't die laughing.
No. Perish the thought.
You're sympathia. I like you, Scotty. From where are you two friends?
Huh? Room 314, Pentagon.
What is Pentagon?
The Pentagon, my dear, is a club. It's a kind of fraternity where, see, we have meetings there. We go into room 314, everybody gets around in a circle, sits on a floor, sticks their arms straight up in the air and begins to wail. Oh, it's all gone bad everywhere. It's all wrong, and we, and particularly you guys, have to go out and save everybody and fix everything. And it's kind of like a Lonely Hearts Club.
It's a strange country, your America.
Yes, it's a very strange country. Listen, dude, let's get up here and oh wow with these Kalamagasagis dancers, huh?
You can't even say it. No, listen, you go ahead, I'll watch. I'll talk to the lady.
Right.
You do not like to dance?
No, I'm a watcher.
He has much joy, my Kelly. He's Greek at heart.
Is that why you like him?
No. I like him because he's a rich American.
Tell me about yourself.
There is nothing to know. Are you and Kelly friends for a long time?
Yes, we've been friends for a long, long time. What brings you here?
It's a sad story. I'd much rather know about Kelly.
Well, what makes you so interested?
I'd like to know.
Yeah. Yeah, we've done a lot of things together. We were in school together, went to San Quentin together, igloo hunting at Perth Amboy, clamming at the Waldorf.
You speak too fast for me, Scotty.
Why, you taking notes?
Hey, how you doing, Groucho? Where's your mustache? You gotta shave. Okay, what?
You ready to head up now?
Are you trying to run my life again? What do you mean, Red? How dare you? This is where I always was, wanting to be, and now I'm there.
Θα φύγουμε μακριά. Θα φύγουμε μαζί.
See, if seven maids with 7 mops here at Santorini got down on the beach, see, and they started to sweep, and they swept for half a year, the walrus said, do you think they could get it clear? Whoa, stay with us now. Here, now, the night is young, sir.
No, sir, it's getting old. We're getting very old. I'm getting old, and I cannot sit around here and watch a loudmouth, sardine-mouthed clown just wailing away. Listen, man, we've been friends for a long time.
Don't hold it against me now, because everybody makes mistakes.
Σε νησιά που που θα είναι εξωτικά πουλιά. Έρωτα πουλιά, δεν αφήσουμε σε νησιά που θα είναι εξωτικά πουλιά.
Listen! Haven't I seen you someplace before? Huh? Haven't I seen you? Maybe in Istanbul. We met in an alley in Istanbul before, didn't we, huh? And you lost to me again, didn't you? Who sent you, Sorgy? Sorgy sent you? After Big Bad Scotty. Now you tell Sorgy that I know that he's around here. I know it. Now you tell him! Come on! Hello? Yes, all right, put him on. Hello, Smitty. Yes, I'm afraid it is a little depressing, but there's a little ray of hope coming through. Yeah, well, Sorgy's around here. Yeah. 2 of his men almost jumped me. Yeah, it's all right, though. Yeah. Listen, Harris picked up something for the lab. Will you have the guys take it? Yeah. And do me a favor, will you check out an Urina Pappas? Yeah. Brunette, very, very pretty. Probably comes from Cyprus somewhere. Yeah. Pappas. Uh-huh. All right. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye. Hello? Yes, this is Mr. Scott. All right. I'll be down in a minute.
You are Mr. Scott.
Yeah.
Mr. Sorgy says he would like to see you on his boat.
Yeah, well, wait a minute while I go back in and tell the police where to pick up the body.
Mr. Sorgy says you have his word as a gentleman that you will have safe passage both ways.
I accept. Okay. And you have my word as a gentleman that I will blow your head off if you try anything funny.
Scott, thank you for coming.
You're a long way from home, Sorgy.
The world is my home, Mr. Scott.
As if it already didn't have enough trouble. Listen, I don't want to run your business or anything, but the 2 clowns that you put up to jump me in the alley, I think you ought to give them an easier assignment. The last time we met was in a bazaar in Istanbul, and I left them lying in a pool of halva, and it's getting monotonous.
Yes, I know. That's why they attacked you tonight. They were trying to even the score. It was a purely personal enterprise, and I assure you they acted without my orders, and it won't happen again.
I said, well, are you going to dock them or give them 10 merits?
You've already taken care of their punishment. One of them has a broken shoulder.
Well, I hope he has major medical.
I offer you something to drink, a liqueur, brandy, some coffee, perhaps?
Coffee? What do you want, Sargy?
Well, many things. Peaceful life.
I believe that. I guess that's the reason why you have a whole long list of dead bodies floating behind you. And before you start to put the squeeze on me, I'm due back at headquarters in Athens tomorrow.
Mr. Scott, the reason I asked you to come over here was so you could accept my apology. I'm very sorry about what happened tonight. And I don't want it to mushroom into some kind of conflict between us, because all I want is some peace and quiet.
And you just happened to pick this little place, huh? I mean, you didn't know that Kelly Robinson was staying here. You didn't know that he had quit the service or that he was cavorting with a little mermaid by the name of Irene Pappas.
Sounds like much more agreeable work than the work he left.
Drop dead, Soji.
Mr. Scott, why do you insist on thinking of me as a villain? Why do you persist in believing that I'm sort of a Chicago version of Dr. Fu Manchu?
I know, you're just an ordinary businessman who happens to be dealing in information instead of guns.
Because it's less cumbersome, more easily transportable, and on the whole, a great deal more lucrative.
Soji, there's very little that the communists and us agree on, except that what we hate worse than each other are people who believe in nothing but a profit.
Mr. Scott, you are a fool. You work at very low pay in a very dangerous and difficult job for a government that is very glad to pay me very large sums for what you call the products of my corruption. Why don't you just take it easy? Enjoy the Greek sun, which is the finest in the world.
Like Kelly.
Like Kelly.
Will you get my boat for me so I can go ashore?
Yes, certainly.
Yes, Mr. Sergeant.
Get the launch and bring Mr. Scott ashore.
Sir.
And without incident.
I hope so.
I hope so, too.
Well, we tested for opium derivatives, tranquilizers, barbiturates. Negative. There's not a trace of anything we know about.
Well, it's taking my man on a trip, I'll tell you that.
Well, he came to the right country for it. Jason, the Argonauts, Ulysses.
Ulysses. That's what he's playing. He's playing Ulysses. Ulysses stopped off at an island. Sailors got off. They had the Lotus, and they had the ladies and everything, and the guys looked at the women, and they tried the Lotus, and then they forgot all about home and mother. And they spent, it was like a 3-year trip. Do you know what I mean?
I wouldn't rule out the possibility of some fruit or flowers that grow in these islands, which have the properties of the legendary lotus.
Well, why don't we make it a fact?
What do we do then? Organize a botanical expedition and comb the island?
No, we can, what's that test?
Empiric?
Empiric, yeah. We'll make an empiric test.
Hello, Chico. Hello, boy. Hey, we're going to take a little walk. That's it. Right out the door, Chico. Here we go. Cindy Lou.
Nice doggy.
Cindy Lou, I want you to give Chico 2 cc's of that bottle every hour.
You giving the dog ouzo?
Yeah, ouzo, with a syringe. Would you take him out? Now, you better give me about 24 hours to see if I can get some sort of a positive reaction. So, will you check with me tomorrow?
Right.
From where are you two friends?
Room 314, Pentagon.
What is Pentagon?
The Pentagon, my dear, is a club. It's a kind of fraternity where, we have meetings there. At 314, everybody gets around in a circle, sits on the floor, sticks their arms straight up in the air, and begins to wail. Oh, it's all gone bad everywhere. It's all wrong.
Yes, he is not yet quite sufficiently relaxed, but you're making progress.
You are pleased with me then?
Well, the time to talk about that is when he cries like a baby when his drink is withheld.
He's nice. Sympathia. Why do you want to do this to him?
Does that answer your question? Oh, Swenson.
Yes, Mr. Stark.
Go up to the tavern and have that apparatus removed.
Removed?
Yes. Install it up at the lodge. Little Irena is taking her boyfriend up there.
I'll see to it at once.
But why the lodge?
Questions again?
There is only the sea and the cliffs. There is nothing to do.
Nothing, really? Oh, I think I can trust you to think of something. Just to make sure that you're properly chaperoned. Melina will be at the lodge with you.
No. No, no, no. I warn you.
You warn me? I've been warned by half the governments of the world, by the CIA and the GPU and the Deuxième Bureau, and now my little Irena warns me.
I will not be beaten by that monster again. If she puts her hands on me, I will kill her.
How? I'm interested.
I will find a way. Promise you, I will find a way.
No need for you to find a way. If you do as you're told, you won't be beaten. Let me remind you that there's 15 years in a Turkish prison waiting for you if you'd rather have that than obey my orders. You're supposed to become fond of Robinson. That's the way with women and dogs. But don't become so fond of him that you forget your work. Your work will not be finished until he walks on all fours and makes sounds like a pig.
Any results?
Take a look. Hello, Chico. Come on, kid. Come on. That's good boy.
You thinking what I am?
Yes, indeed. I'm thinking that if this was one of our top agents, boy, he'd tell you anything you wanted to know just so you could keep things nice for him.
Any idea what it might be?
Well, it's one of the hallucinogenics in the family of mescaline and LSD that affect changes in personality. Get values confused.
Mm-hmm. How far can it go?
Well, that's in the realm of speculation. We may be dealing with something whose effect is cumulative. In that case, anything's possible.
If Sorgy's behind all this, which seems to be a certainty, he'll mine Robinson like the Comstock lode.
Well, I don't think so. Not right now. I've seen Kelly, and he's still got the built-in sensor going. He slipped a couple of times, but then he clammed right up.
But can we be sure it'll continue like that? I don't even like to think if he turned out to be unreliable.
Wait just a minute, Give me a chance. I'll go see him, and I'll take a look at him, and if he's too far gone, then, but I'd rather not even talk about that.
We can't wait very long. Robinson knows every drop on the circuit. If Sorgy finds out that list...
All right, don't rub my nose in it now. Just, give me a chance. Now, an antidote.
I don't know. We're in the dark. Scopolamine, dexamyotron. But you see, I hate to advise you to use them because in combination with the stuff that he's already soaked up, it might destroy him.
Ipsilotis, oh, that's special for you.
No, I gotta walk up to San Francisco Hills again.
Good, life.
Oh, thank you.
Life.
Thank you.
Oh, good afternoon.
Hi, how are you? My name's Alexander. I was looking for a friend.
Oh, yes. Yes, I'm Kenneth Harris.
How do you do? How are you?
Your friends left. I only rented the place myself this morning. Very lucky indeed to get it. Why don't you come in?
Sure. Thank you.
A lovely island, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
There's some speculation among cartographers. It may be one of the islands that figured in the voyages of Ulysses. May I get you something?
Oh, no.
I'm not really settled in yet, but I have some scotch. And I can lay on some tea and biscuits in a jiffy.
No, I'm rather anxious to find this friend of mine, you see. You don't know where he's gone.
No. As a matter of fact, he left some belongings here. I've made a package of them if you care to see he gets them.
Mm-hmm. Well, say, thank you.
Well, I've got them outside.
All right.
Follow me. Sorgy's got trained frigates in there. The receivers built in the antennae.
It's a wonder he even let you have the place.
Or he wants to check me out. Doesn't miss a trick, that man.
No. I wonder where Robinson is.
He left yesterday afternoon with the girl by launch. I'm certain they're headed for a point on the island here. There's an old house there, high up, overlooking the sea. We've monitored radio messages from the area, and I'm pretty certain it's one of Sorgy's hideaways.
All right, well, now listen, you keep an eye on Sorgy's yacht, and if I don't make it, thanks all the same anyway. That's nice. That's really beautiful.
Now you tell story.
What story?
Oh, about the dragon lady in Tokyo.
The Dragon Lady. Oh, yeah, the Dragon Lady. And Terry and Pat Ryan and Connie and everybody. No, listen, I'm very proud of that operation, if I do say so, which I, of course, should not even mention. Because we busted up that whole operation. From the minister on down to the embassy man from Peking.
And you did all this with Scotty?
Yeah. Him and Okichu. Okichu was the most beautiful geisha in all of Japan. Listen, I don't want to talk anymore.
Okay, we talk no more.
Please come down.
I'm going to take off in a second, my dear.
Please, Kelly. You crazy man, you're going to kill yourself. Please, Kelly, come down. Come down.
I would never fall. Are you kidding? I could fly down there so easy, I would just great enormous circles. I could get down there.
Kelly, please stop.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, for his last great number, before he left us, he did the following. Watch him, folks, because at any moment he may slip from his precarious...
Kelly, please, you're going to fall.
Whoa.
Tiliarto! Catavascado!
Oh, no, whatever you said. No, hey, look!
Ela! Hi! Hi! Crash! Crack! Crash! You know, I would swore she had two of them when she came in. Pasufero, ali batilha.
The sound down. Just keep it quiet. Come on. Wait a minute. Listen. Wait.
Wait a minute. Wait, look.
Oh, listen. Go send them away into the night, whoever it is, will you?
Who is it?
Scott.
Can I come in? It's blowing out here.
Hey. How you doing, dude?
Oh, listen, I thought the floor was higher here or something.
Remember? Where did you come from?
Bus tour, the Aegean.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that calls for, something for ourselves.
I go and get it.
No. Come on here. You alone here?
Hmm? Well, listen, we have this whole wonderful groovy pad all to ourselves, except for Gorgeous George.
That's how he calls the housekeeper.
It's good to see you, man. I said, a lot of stuff has been, confusing or escaping me, like the time of things. I can't remember. There seem to be a lot of different people. I'm really pretty sick and tired of it. Well, we have to. Oh, wow, the terrain map. We have to get across the terrain map, you see. Remember the way we used to do this when we were trained to do things? I can get out of anything, man. I can get out of anything. I was the best. There was nobody anywhere. He couldn't get up. Show me an edge that brought us right up to the sky. And I can get out of it. Finally, you really have to take it all yourself.
Okay, straighten up. No. Here.
Okay. All right. Don't call for Melina. I've taken care of her. And all I need is a little excuse from you. And I'll do the same for you. Now come back here. Get back here. It's in a bottle.
I don't know. Melina brings bottles. I don't want my Kelly to drink anymore. But I can do nothing. Say nothing. He will kill me, Sorgi. Or put me in prison. Please believe me.
You better get over there and get some rest. You're gonna need it.
Is he asleep?
Go on, get some rest.
Be all right in the morning.
I probably think he had a bad dream. Or else he may not come out of it at all.
Excuse me, sir. I'm sorry to disturb you, but I thought you'd want to know. I've just checked the recorder, and there's nothing at all coming in from the lodge.
What do you mean you just checked the recorder?
Well, you gave me leave to go ashore last night.
How long's it been out?
I can't tell exactly. A few hours, anyway. There was a high wind last night. I have an idea it might have blown the aerial down.
All right, get a couple of men on the launch and get up there right away and fix it.
Yes, sir.
Who? Yes, that's right. Now, coffee immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, did you... I hate to be out of line. Did you do something to me, or did I dream it, or what?
No time, sir, did I do anything. Of course, now, you had a little wine bottle that was full of acid, but it wasn't LSD or something else, something psychedelic.
How long?
Oh, pretty close to 2 weeks. We almost lost you.
The arena. Was there an arena in it someplace?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But she wasn't happy in her work. Sorgi had something on her.
Sorgi?
Mm-hmm.
The magic phrase has cropped up again. What, is that his boat down in the harbor, right?
Yeah.
Wait a second. Wait a second. All the vital statistics are suddenly rushing back now.
Uh-huh.
A winsome child in a woman's body. Now, is that a quote of mine or not?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy. Isn't that awful? I must have doing everything, right?
Oh, yeah.
I sang groove and
Oh, wow.
groovy and oh, wow, the beads, everything, right? I'm ashamed now.
I hope so.
On the other hand, for shame on yourself, because you left this around. I still could have been... Oh, is that right? Did you really do that to me?
Old John Wayne movie style.
Certainly. I was doing Oh Wow the Beads, and you're doing old flicks.
But I had an excuse.
What was that?
You were high.
Yes.
And you had an excuse.
What was that?
You were high.
Certainly.
The boat from the launch is coming. He's all right?
Yeah.
You hate Irina?
No, honey, I don't hate tarantulas either. I just don't like them crawling all over me.
We better go after these guys. You up to handling a gun?
You bother me with that stuff. I need my shoes on. Well, there she goes, folks. True brew right to the end, selling everybody out every second.
You are sorry Irina is not dead.
Hey, that was a crazy thing you did. How'd you do it?
I know the waters. All my life I've been frightened. Been frightened to be a slave to that man. To starve. To go to prison. So if Irina died, she will not be frightened anymore. Maybe she do not die. But at least I saved my Kelly from those men. So he will not think she's so bad.
Where we go now?
You go, get lost.
Where?
Anywhere where Sorgy can't find you. As far as we're concerned, you went down with the others.
Paristo. Goodbye, Scotty.
Say goodbye too.
Buy yourself a dress and get yourself a ticket out of Athens. And try to straighten yourself up.
I try. Who will let?
Listen, maybe, well, you know, she was very nice sometimes. Maybe, well.
Yeah, it's too bad about the girl. We'd go and find her ourselves. Sorry we couldn't save her. Yeah, but you see, now you can really spend a real vacation in Santorini. A real one. Uh-huh. And listen, if you're looking for that lady gorilla, well, you can find her. She's tied up down in the cellar there. Yes, I will. Goodbye. Sergeant wants to be remembered.
I remember him myself many times from his old terrible suits. Listen, how do you spell Scylla?
Scylla.
Scylla and Charybdis?
Scylla, S-C...
Up, hold it, wait a minute now.
I'll give it to you in three letters at a time. S-C-Y-L-L-A.
Like in the city.
How come you want it?
I'm sending a letter to your mom, describing our educational tour of the Aegean, you see, in all of its glories. And I know as soon as she gets it, she's going to go right to the encyclopedia and check me out on the spellings.
Yes, well, make sure you tell her all about the little siren, the winsome pussycat part of Urena.
Hey, listen, I put a little something in there because, after all, you know, your mother likes a little of the Harrison Carroll specials as much as anybody else.
But she will accept all of that from you, you see. But as far as I'm concerned, my spare time is spent at museums and cathedrals, you see.
I hope it would be.
Man, drift out
because
take a look at such a great thing here. Take a look, Thurman. Wouldn't you say that this is it?
Yeah, it's very nice, man. It's very beautiful, no question about it.
too tame.
Much too tame.
What do you have in mind?
Well, something with a snake on it. Something with a big snake that comes out.
I'll look. They're not asked for very often nowadays.
Oh, those are very chic, and they're only $2.98.
I love to have them, but I don't have any money with me.
Oh, we don't carry charge accounts. I'm sorry. I could lay them aside for you.
Thank you.
We cannot have this.
Ma'am?
Yes, sir.
About the glasses that the lady wanted.
Yes, these.
How much are they?
$2.98.
$2.98.
Plus.
Okay, you got it.
Oh.
Give her the glasses.
Miss? Oh, miss. That gentleman over there, he paid for them.
So, are you the owner?
No.
Why do you wish to make me a gift of these?
You look so pretty in them. And then you look so unhappy when you had to give them back.
It is most gracious of you. You must let me make an offer in return.
Oh, really? That's not necessary.
Oh, yes, it is if you want me to accept your gift. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Hey! All right.
Hey,
now,
what in
this
the
is,
world? Look.
This is what I want. I will take this one.
Would you mind breaking everything up in the whole store? We have to buy everything.
Yes, indeed.
Don't you think that's a trifle scary for a 4-year-old child?
Nay, sir. Those kids need a little scare now and then. Causes the adrenal glands.
It makes them hostile in later years.
I will take this one, lady. How much is it?
It's $3.95.
Right, pay her, please.
$3.95. Sorry.
Your own per diem.
Okay, here we go.
Yes. Listen, what was with the check?
Well, it was a little barter, actually. A little business barter there. I give a little pair of sunglasses for a dime store. A little dime store, giant ring. Yes, giant turban. Hey, whoa! Wait a minute. No. You don't do that.
But it's very confusing, all that traffic, you know?
But you see, if you're going to get on the bus, you get on in the back, not from underneath. You see. And if you were thinking about taking the tour, the special guided tour of
I wasn't
Fisherman's
really.
Wharf, no?
No.
Oh.
I was just crossing the street.
Yes, but the thing is, Mr. Scott and myself, we were going to take the guided tour. Our special. This is Mr. Scott here.
How do you do?
I think
My
it's
pleasure.
Welcome to the tour.
Sure.
Yes.
Welcome to the tour.
Here we go.
All right. Oh, look out now. How long will you be in San Francisco?
Oh, I live here. I've lived here most of my life. What's that?
That's Alcatraz, dear.
Alcatraz? I've only seen it in pictures before. I never knew it was so majestic.
Maylin,
Yes,
it's time for you to stop putting the two of us on.
What he means.
I know very well what he means. Please don't ask me any question. I cannot answer them. And if I could, You would not understand. When I was little, I used to have one. They're very rare.
Where'd you keep it?
In my garden.
An orangutan in the garden.
It was in Singapore.
Oh, Singapore. Well, that explains it, yeah.
It was a very large garden. I think bigger than this one.
All right, Monkey Island.
Spider monkey can grasp the tip of its tail, but its thumb is so small that it is of little use for holding objects. These amusing monkeys are quite audacious and can be aggressive. In the wild, they often bombard human intruders with fruit and branches, you see. Sounds like a guy I used to know lived in the dorm. His name was Gerald Bombardment. He used to, every time he failed an exam, he used to always go around and throw fruit and everything.
What in the world was all that about?
Friends of hers, I heard her call one of them by name.
Uh-huh. Well, it's all very strange to me, and possibly out of line. How about reporting them to the police?
Oh, yeah. Let's report them to the police. We'll report that we picked up a Chinese girl, and her relatives didn't like it. Look, we'll go to my cousin Effie's house, give her child the toy, and then we take off for Lake Tahoe.
Oh, man, while we're at it, why don't we just give her this and start her on her career with dime store jewelry?
Because this thing is a real ruby and it's got to be worth a fortune.
Oh, come on. We're not any jewelry experts anyway.
We are not too good at karate either.
I was surprised. Weren't you surprised?
I was surprised. We're not supposed to be surprised. That's the difference between karate and handball, you see.
Handball? Well, I've seen you play handball. That's pretty surprising. Now, what are we going to do about this ring?
I just want to go swimming up at Tahoe, that's all.
Are you kidding? Without finding out about the ring? Think what that would do to your flitter kit.
An especially beautiful ruby. Exquisite. The setting is 18th century, Manchu period. Note the Indian influence in the filigree work. These are some of the jewels of the Empress Dowager who died in 1908. You can see for yourself. The filigree work is almost identical.
You mean you think this is a part of the collection of the jewels of the Empress Dowager?
Except that many of the jewels are now part of the Tu-Po collection here in town. May I inquire how this ring came into your possession?
Yes, I traded a pair of sunglasses for it. See, I didn't get cheated, after all. See, my friend always thinks that I'm a bad bargainer when I get in. I make bad deals but this was, how much do you think it's worth?
Well, it's impossible to say. One must consider its historical as well as its intrinsic value.
I certainly would like to meet, or at least to speak to Mr. Tupou.
In that case, I think I can be helpful to you, if you'll wait while I make a telephone call.
Okay, well, see? I didn't get cheated. I never get cheated. When I'm great bargainers at work.
差館，請黃警員嚟講句話。有兩日。
I know you're calling the Central Police Station, asking for Inspector Wong. No, you must believe us when we say that we have not stolen this ring at all, sir. All I ask you to do is to kind of give us time to find out exactly where this ring came from. We did not steal it. We did not steal it in the ring. We have not stolen it. So, we ask you not to call the police again. Look in your paper, check it out, and see if such a ring is stolen. Give us a day.
You know, someday I'm going to count up how many times I would have got busted in each language if you didn't speak it.
Yes, well, I have no great ideas about spending everybody's weekend in jail. Can we go to Lake Tahoe?
Please, I wish we would. You know what we would do, man, if we had any sense?
Yeah, I wonder.
We would take this directly to a hock shop and hock it for about, well, they got to give us $5,000 on it easy. Then we catch a plane, we go to Reno. No, listen. What? Get on a hot roll at the table at Reno, run the 5 up to 50, get on another plane, go to Texas, buy a cattle ranch about 200 acres.
No, 200 acres not good for
500 acres.
All right, good enough. 500 acres, then we get us some of them prime longhorn.
No, wait, no,
Get
no
up
good.
the
No,
roadside,
listen
huh?
to me. I'm telling you, no longhorns. You're a century behind. Today they have what they call the white-faced Hereford with a short horn. You see, those are the ones with the big, bulky, and again, you don't even have to drive them up the trail anymore. It's Abilene, you know. All you do is you put them on a train, a Pullman, an overnight sleeper. They send you a check.
No good.
What?
Don't like that. No
What?
fun. It's dreary.
Oh,
Very
all
dreary.
right. Well, if that's the case, then we better find Maylin and get this back to her before she gets in trouble. You know, it really doesn't seem to go with having a collection of crown jewels.
Yeah. Well, don't knock it, man. It's the only 2-4 in the book, so let's hit it.
All right.
Yes.
Yes, sir. We're looking for a Mr. Tupou.
Don't live here. Live around in front of here.
Oh, okay. All right, let's see. Thank you.
Cannot go through here. You must go around.
Oh, man, listen, we don't smoke. We're not going to blow up anything.
But, I'm sorry.
We go around.
You want, please?
This is the home of Mr. Tupou.
Mr. Robinson, Mr. Scott.
Yes.
You come, please.
Off you go.
You come, please.
이 손님들하고 뵙지 못한 데 와서도 반갑다고 말해줘.
My master, Tupou, he say welcome to poor house.
이 손님네하고 영어 하지 못해서 미안하다고 말해줘.
My master say sorry. English too bad for speaking to honored guests.
I speak Chinese.
佢懂中文啊?
아, 그럴 것 같으면 너 가라. 아주 시간 맞춰 와서.
All right. We've come just in time.
Good. I'm glad of that. Well, it's in time for what?
I don't know. You're surprised. good stuff. I see. Yes, indeed.
Uh-huh, new topless screw.
Yes.
이놈들, 15번 튀라고, 15번. 쌍놈들.
Oh, yes, yes. These are the two guys that assaulted us.
I
see.
knew that
Yes,
right away.
Indeed. So he wants us to kind of be good drummers and beat on the skins.
Little Buddy Red?
Oh, a little bit of Gene Krupa one time.
Certainly. A little
Max
contest of
Roach,
the
you know?
ages?
Yes, indeed. Well, wait a minute. Now.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
What's the matter?
This one doesn't balance right. Look, it stops up here and it's all down
Here,
there.
Take mine. Take mine.
It's all heavy.
Because I'm going.
You break something with it. I don't like these. These are not right. No good.
그럼 다른 거 가져와요.
Yes. He says you got another one. I'll give you another one.
No, I'm out of the mood now. No mood. No good.
No senga.
그거 같으면 언제든지 생각나는 대로.
Yeah. Well, he said anytime you want to, you can come on back.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, well, sometime. Look, let's, in the honored phrase, put your mouth together, say, let's get out of here.
Yeah, well, we can go on up to Lake Tahoe, man.
당신네 가기 전에 꼭 중국 영왕을 만나보고 가야 되겠습니다.
He says before we leave, he wants to introduce us to the Empress of China.
Beats Tahoe.
여왕님 메일링 중국과 후계자.
Her Majesty, successor to the throne of China.
I am so happy to see you again. You must have felt my wish. You have met His Excellency Tu Po, my revered guardian and regent. And General Cheng, my Minister of State, who took it this afternoon upon himself to play watchdog.
Your Majesty's safety concerns me. 당신의 직분은 있다는 하자, chen 대장.
We will discuss the general's part in this matter later.
이들 그놈들 때리지 않았어.
About how we refuse to administer punishment.
이들 가기 전에 내가 여왕에게 정식으로 소개합니다.
He wanted to bring us by, meet her formally before we left.
We will have tea now. Liu, in here.
We will have tea, Lou, in here.
Thank you very
Yes,
much.
Very kind.
Your Excellency, would you join us?
여왕의 허락으로 난 거단하니 용서하십시오.
How did you find your way here?
Breadcrumbs.
My friend is joking, sir. Actually, no. We had an ancient Chinese ring, and then we learned that Mr. Tu Po had quite a collection himself. So we thought.
Don't be embarrassed on my account. The ring was a gift from me.
With Your Majesty's permission, I would like to
You
suggest.
have my permission to leave us. My father was the Empress' only heir. When she died, he was put on the throne. He was only a child when the revolution came. Tu Po fled with him to Singapore.
where you were born.
My mother died giving me childbirth. My father was assassinated. Then Tupou brought me here and built this place, not only as a reminder, but as a fortress. We have secret doors, underground passages for escape. And we stay here while we raise the money from the many loyal Chinese in America to finance my return to the throne.
Your Majesty?
I also answer to Mei Ling.
Okay. Mei Lin, has it occurred to anybody so far that perhaps the police might take a kind of a dim view of this government in exile? I mean, you know, whippings and, courts and laws and juries.
Here, this place, it is not America. It is China, the old China, its old way. Liu, when I was a little girl, Liu let me fall into a bath that was too hot. Show them, Liu. If I had been badly scolded, it would have been her head, not her ear. And yet she knows Tupou is not cruel, but he sees me as the Empress. He has lived too long with this dream to accept anything else.
You believe all this?
I have to. It would be unbearable to believe that I have wasted all my life here.
Well?
She told them about the secret doors, the underground passage, and I don't know what else she's telling them now.
And that old fool sits writing his poems. It would all be so simple if we didn't need him.
Do we need him?
No, not anymore. 도박.
No, 지금 말고 있다가.
미쳐서 나 정신이 빠졌나? 미쳐서 왜 이래?
Perhaps it was a mistake for me to run away this morning. Taste freedom. Now Cheng will make it 100 times more difficult for me.
Yeah, well, it sounds more like your jailer than your protector.
He's both.
Well, doesn't that frighten you, Mei Lin?
Yes, but if I am to be the Empress they want me to be...
哎呀，乜得你話老太爺喺上邊，唔知咩事㗎，仆街事，我個心真唔知點算啦，我。
Tupou has suffered a stroke.
Tupou was dead. He was writing a poem and his heart stopped. She loved him very much. Let her grieve alone.
Yeah, you hear when it happened?
Yes, he called me. He wanted me to see his poem. He died before he could show it to me.
What do you think was the cause of death?
His position would determine that. We can talk in my quarters.
Yeah, let's do that.
Call a doctor.
He's been called.
Friendly family doctor, I imagine, huh?
Naturally.
You didn't do anything to help the old man along, did you?
Now, why should I do that?
The reason would be if Tupou was gone, then you'd be running the whole show.
That's true, gentlemen. Take a look behind you. Like you said, I run the whole show.
Olamar?
Just say howdy. They all grew up in America.
Oh, it's nice. Howdy.
Now,
Hi.
tell them who you are.
Well, my name is Alexander Scott. I used to wash dishes at Ah Fung's restaurant.
Now it's your turn. If you turn out to be as funny as your friend, my boys will step on both of you. So tell us.
Me?
Yes, you.
Well, I'm not here to be funny. There's not much to tell anyway. I'm just a tennis player who's a professional sometimes, and sometimes an amateur, depending upon what the traffic will allow at that time, wherever we...
And on your way to a tournament, you met a girl. You bought her a pair of sunglasses and asked her a lot of questions.
Yeah, and he got beat up, too. Don't forget that part.
And suddenly you're here in this house. And much to your surprise, the girl is an empress.
Yeah, that's another surprise, too, fellas. As a matter of fact, in case you didn't know it, Tupou is dead. And we figured he was murdered by your man here. No kidding. He really is. It's in the next room. And he's not a right kind of a guy. He's a traitor to all of us. And you.
They have a car outside. I never want to see them again.
Listen, I'm telling you guys right now, man, you're out of line. We are not the enemy. We are friends, man. We're trying to protect the Empress, too. Well, what do you want? You want some money? You want dineros? You want some drachmas? We got an expense account, I'm telling you right now, man. It is full of money in that suitcase, just loaded with bread, I'm telling you. Bribe. It's called a bribe, sir. We're trying to bribe you.
Try howdy.
I did that once, and you saw how they laughed then.
Yeah, well, you know why? Because this is the year of the snake, that's why. Silent is the snake. The snake sleepeth. See how the snake sleepeth in the year of the snake.
Slow down.
Undoubtedly realized we're not going to Tahoe this weekend.
I'm beginning to believe it.
Sir. Well, look, as long as we're just sitting around here not doing anything, just fooling our time away, we ought to try to figure out something about how somebody is making a bundle out of trying to restore Mei Lin to the throne of China.
Oh, you think that's what it is, huh?
How could it be anything else, man? I think I think the old gentleman was on the level. It's a slightly senile relic of the past days of China's glory. And the Empress is a lovely, naive little child. But Chang, you see, and his playmates, these cats are pros, man. They are out for the bread and nothing else.
Yup. Have everything crated and taken to the dock. Order the boats made ready. We'll leave within the hour.
Yes.
Send Chow and Pu Yi to me at the shrine.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry to intrude on your grief, Your Majesty. I too share your sorrow, but you must turn away from it now. You still have a destiny to fulfill. We have to leave.
I don't want to leave. I want to stay in America.
Escort Her Majesty. Come. Put them in the boat as soon as possible.
得啦，釘好個人擠落個船，快啲啲。
Is that right? Well, here we are again, folks. At what rate does oxygen burn when it burns?
Wait a minute for you a second.
That's the speed of sound.
Oh. Well, I'll tell you right now, at this point, my brain has got a big hole in it. And I just think that what we're going to have to do is try and get out of here before all the oxygen is gone.
Here, come on, alley up here. Up you go. Hurry, right there. Up.
Up what?
Just put your foot there and blow them out.
No good. It's your turn, man. Last time I put you up. Here we go. Up two. Zip home.
You've forgotten, actually.
You're talking about burning up oxygen. Here we go. 1, 2.
That time before, when I went up before, and what happened was a cat scratched my ankle. It's easier, isn't it, if we... Man, I have seen fiendish Oriental devices before, but spitting candles, that's something new entirely. Oh, man, look at that. That's my best psychedelic tie. Wax, and down the shirt. Another shirt, no. You know, that thing went off, though, and closed, just because we walked into the room. I don't think there's anybody here at all, except us and Willie. There must be some kind of mechanism somewhere around here that makes it work. Put this over there, will you?
Why hasn't she changed?
我仲係打獵睇後，我唔會話佢。
You had better put on warm clothes. We will be on the water for hours, and the night air is cold.
You haven't told me where we're going.
To a place of safety. That's all I can tell you now. You should trust me.
Tupo trusted you. He's dead.
See that she changes her clothes at once.
Huh?
Come on, man. Don't move around too much. You're wasting my oxygen. And I wish you'd move that further away. But there's wax all over everything.
I'm allergic to cats.
Yeah,
You know what?
What's that?
I know how we can get out of here.
Yeah.
We just have to ring for room service.
For what?
Ring.
Oh, cut that out.
Room service.
Just stop moving, and suddenly...
Nothing.
Fingers, gall, wax, everything. Clowning around at a time like this, how we are inside of our famous locked room again. The insidious sputtering candles jumping all over us. What's coming, the cat? No, the cat. Where did you put him?
I don't know where the cats go when somebody puts them out.
How about putting me out? That'd be a nice... Where did you put the cat?
Over there.
No, I mean exactly where.
I put them down there.
Yeah, and then what?
Put them down. I came over here and I said to you, you were here when I said, I'm going to ring for room service. And I picked up the thing like this. And I said, I'm going to ring for room service. And I said, and then you got up and you went over there and you were standing on the thing. Hey, Cal? You all right?
Yeah.
What's down there?
Cat, air, and the passageway.
Well, where's it lead to?
Just go hit that door again and come see for yourself.
Yeah, okay. Not fast enough, not fast enough. Got to get faster.
You haven't changed it.
No. Because I'm not going.
You change and I'll help you. What is it?
The gold, Governor General.
What about the gold?
The cases are very heavy. I'm afraid to overload the boat.
There are 2 boats, you fool. Put them in the second one.
Yes, Governor General.
All these years.
Yes, all these years, squeezing go out of greasy shopkeepers who thought they were helping to buy back the days of the monarchy. Drop your gun or she's dead. Tie them up. Thanks, old woman.
唔使，我應該咁幫你。好啦，燒死你兩個人啦！
Hey, June. Bound for Peking? What are you gonna do with all that gold? You gonna buy, Greek islands? South of France?
Get it through your head. I'm hardcore. Red China. Gold buys us H-bombs, missiles, scary things like that.
Where did it all come from?
From the Chinese people here in your country. The little people with the gold earring that melt down when they get word that their mother or their brother is hostage in Red China.
Blackmail.
That's just the word. What does it matter what means are used to achieve a noble end? The welfare of a nation is far more important than the fortunes of any individual. Arrivederci.
Still hurt?
Well, that? No. Well, when I try to bite my nails, it gets a little painful, actually. Oh, I almost forgot. I've been meaning to return this. Huh? You mean it's mine? Oh, well, and if it's mine, I can do whatever I want with it. I can throw it in the bay or anything. In that case, I got it from a very beautiful empress, and I would like to return it to a very
Beautiful co-ed. Go forth and charm ye the professors.
You going to write to me sometime?
Yeah, we're going to keep in touch.
Sure. Goodbye now. Bye-bye.
The wonderfulness of college education makes you not even care that one day you're going to become an empress with ladies in waiting, dragoons, foot soldiers, and everything. Did I ever tell you about the time that I met a real empress?
No.
Queenie was her name.
Oh, yeah?
শুনেন, কালকের খেলায় আপনি হারবেন।
বাবা, কনফিডেন্স দেখছো মেয়ে?
যদি না হারছেন তাহলে কিন্তু বললাম এটা দিয়ে আমি আমার হাতে আপনার নাম লিখুন। মানে তো তখনই বুঝবেন যখন এটা দায় আপনার উপর পড়বো।
ওই দিনকার তোরে হাত খরচের লেগা 5,000 টাকা দিয়েছিলাম। আবার টাকা কি গাছে ধরে?
আব্বা জান, আপনি তো কত টাকাই কামান, 5,000 টাকা দিলে আপনার কি হয়? আমি আপনার একমাত্র আমার মাইয়া, তো আমার পিছনে খরচ করবেন না, কার পিছনে করবেন? আমার একটা কুর্তি পছন্দ হয়েছে, ওই কুর্তি আমি কিনতে চাই।
কুর্তি মূর্তি লেহেঙ্গা ওড়না এসব দিয়ে তো ঘর বইরা গেছে, হাঁটুনের বি জায়গা নাই। মন চায় তোর এগুলা নাইজেরিয়া, বুলগেরিয়া আর উগান্ডায় পাঠাইয়া দে। আচ্ছা, এত কিছু কিনার দরকার নাকি?
কি করতেছেন আব্বা? একটা শখ করছি, শখের দাম লাখ টাকা। শখ যদি না মিটে তাহলে এই জীবন রেখা লাভ কি? আপনি যদি আমার টাকা না দিচ্ছেন তাহলে কিন্তু আমি কয়ে দিলাম, ব্লেড দিয়ে হাত কেটে নাম লেখা ফেলাম।
আচ্ছা,
আচ্ছা লাইলি, তুমি এরকম প্রতিদিন কোনো পড়াই কমপ্লিট করছো না। আমি কিন্তু তোমাকে আর পড়াতে আসবো না।
আসেন না, আপনারা কথাই কইছে, আমি কইছি
শেষ পর্যন্ত তোমার বাবার কাছে আমাকে কমপ্লেন করতে হবে।
আপনি আমার বাপের কাছে কমপ্লেন করবেন?
পড়াশোনা করছো না, বাবার কাছে কমপ্লেন করবো না? অবশ্যই করবো।
ঠিক আছে, আপনি যান, আপনি আমার বাপের কাছে কমপ্লেন করেন, এদিকে আমি ব্লেড দিয়ে হাত কেটে আপনার হাতের নাম লেখা রাখবো ওখান দিয়ে।
কি বলতে চাইছো? আস্তাগফিরুল্লাহ। দেখো, এইবার না হয় আমি তোমার বাবার কাছে কমপ্লেন করবো না, কিন্তু তুমি যদি পরীক্ষায় ডাব্বা মারো তাহলে তো আবার আমি শেষ।
ও তুমি
ডরাইছেন?
ডরাবো কেন? মাগের এরকম আটকা মায়া মনের সামনে চলে আসলে তো একটু চিন্তা লাগেই। আর কালকে আবার তোমার মামার সাথে চ্যালেঞ্জ, বইলা আইসো শেষবার মতো চুলদারি আশ্রয় আসতে।
শুনেন, কালকের খেলায় আপনি হারবেন।
বাবা, কনফিডেন্স দেখছো মেয়ে?
যদি না হারছেন তাহলে কিন্তু বললাম এটা দিয়ে আমি আমার হাতে আপনার নাম লিখুন। মানে তো তখনই বুঝবেন যখন এটা দায় আপনার উপর পড়বো। সরেন।
আরে ভাই, নাম লিখবা মানে? কি মুসিবতে বললাম, জিততে না পারে এখন 2 নাম্বারই। কি সমস্যা? যাইতে দিতেছো না কেন?
সমস্যা আমার না আপনার। আপনি মানুষ না খুনি?
মানে
বোঝেন না? কালকে কি করছেন? কাচির লগে কি মিলাচ্ছেন? পেট খারাপের ওষুধ।
দেখো এখন কিন্তু বাড়াবাড়ি হয়েছে। তোমরা কাচ্চি খাইতে চাইছো, আমি খাওয়াইছি ব্যাস। আর কারো যদি পেট পাতলা হয়ে যায়, কেউ যদি হজম করতে না পারে, সেটা তো তার সমস্যা, আমার না।
বাড়াবাড়ি আমরা করছি না আপনারা করছেন? মানে ইচ্ছে করে আপনারা খান নাই কালকে, তাই না? যাতে আমার লাগে প্রতিশোধ নিতে পারেন।
আর যদি নিতে চাই সেটা কি দোষ? 3-3বার ঘুড়ি চ্যাম্পিয়ন আমি, তোমার কারণে আমার হারতে হয়েছে।
হারছেন তো কি হচ্ছে? মাঝে মাঝে কিছু জিতবার লাগা কিছু হারতে হয়।
এই তোমার কাছে হাইরে আমি কি জিতছি? হ্যাঁ,
আমারই জিতছেন, আমার মন জিতছেন।
এই দেখো তুমি আমার আবার কোনো কিছু তো ফাঁসে দিচ্ছ, আমি বুঝছি। এইসব ফান্দে আমি পা দিতেছি না, প্লিজ।
আমি আপনারে ফাঁসাই নাই, আপনি আমারে ফাঁসাইছেন। আমি তো আপনার প্রেমে পড়ে গেছি ফ্রি মাস্টার। আপনি আমার মারবেন, মারেন, কাটতেও ফালান, কিন্তু আমি আপনার ভালোবাসি, এটাই সায়েন্স।
হ্যাঁ, এর জন্যই তো সায়েন্সে মারো ডাব্বা।
যতই অপমান করেন, শাদি তো আপনার আমার লগেই হইব।
তোমার মতো মেয়ের সাথে শাদি দূরে থাক, প্রেম পর্যন্ত করতে রাজি নাই আমি। আর এইসব ব্লেড ফেড দিয়ে কোনো কাজ হবে না, আমি ভয় পাই না আর।
দেখো চন্দ্র, তুমি কি করো।
Và biết biết New York. Được mà nó cũng chuẩn chỉ chứ. Cái khổng lồ ấy. Chỉ lấy một cái đéo là nhét lên cái khổng lồ vậy thì sao? Bay đến 80 triệu 80 đồng. Yes, bay. Rồi viên nhà, đéo giờ đánh viên nhà vào. Không, chết một con chữ đét. Kia hủy đét. Thì mấy con này ở dưới mình sẽ quay một cười nó chịu. Mà tắc kè này, nhìn như con nhái. Bên chia lên cầm. Đúng vậy. Nghe ngồi nghe. Ai đánh bộ khởi đầu đúng không vậy? Cộng một tướng à? Không, ai đánh bộ khởi đầu cũng thầy à? Coi thầy xin phép vậy. Còn tiền 3 sao tiếp 3. Thì check bài á, không có thằng đánh á. Này có oan thì sao? Không phải. Đánh thần rừng à? À đâu? Hiệu này đánh là sút rồi. Bên chi lên bay cho tài 35 cuộc 35 và 35.000 hai lap này kia chắc bay như ác quỷ 800 năng lượng vì bớt 16 mà triệu quay kia qua này. 16 triệu rồi à? Và từ từ thế cút về kia một lap một để vớt này. Và 230 củ phù thủy à.
ইসরায়েলি আগ্রাসন বহু মায়ের বুক খালি করেছে, রেহাই পায়নি সদ্যজাত শিশুও। চলমান সহিংসতায় প্রায় অর্ধশত শিশুর ঠিকানা হয়েছে কবর। হাসপাতালগুলোর দৃশ্য আরো মর্মান্তিক। মৃত্যুর মিছিল দীর্ঘ হতে থাকায় স্বজনহারাদের আহাজারিতে ভারী হয়ে উঠেছে বাতাস। আর আহতদের মধ্যে মৃত্যুর সঙ্গে লড়াই করছেন যারা, তাদের আর
কি বেরহম, নির্লজ্জ, বেহায়া জালেমগুলো হাসপাতাল পর্যন্ত রেহাই দিচ্ছে না।
কিছুই করার নাই গো কাকা।
কিচ্ছু করার নাই?
কি আর করার থাকবো কন? দুর্বলের মায়ের খাওয়াটাই নিয়তি। দুর্বলের পাশে কেউ থাকে না গো কাকা।
হ্যাঁ ফজলে মিয়া, ভালোই বলছো তুমি। দেখো না সারা বিশ্ব কেমন একদম চুপচাপ নিশ্চুপ হয়ে আছে।
সবই সার্থক কাকা, যে যার ধান্দায় আছে।
9, 10, 11, 12, মোট 12টা আছে না?
বিকালের মধ্যে পাবো তো?
সন্ধ্যার দিকে আসেন।
লেট করেন না কিন্তু।
আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে, লেট হইব না।
নতুন নাকি?
আসসালামু আলাইকুম।
হ্যাঁ নতুন, কয়দিন ধরে আসছে। নাও সন্ধ্যার মধ্যে ভালো করে করে রাখো।
হ্যাঁ
তাড়াতাড়ি আসো, বইসা আছে তোমার জন্য।
আইতেছি। কি রে বাপ, খিদা লাগলে খায়া ফেলবি, আমার লাগে বইয়া থাকবি না।
কত কথা শুনে। দেখ তোমার প্লেটটা দাও।
শেষ। আরে ডিম ভাজি রে। তুমি নিলে না?
আমি পরে খাবো।
পরে আর কি খাবা?
আমি সবজি দিয়ে খাবো না, আমি ডিম দিয়ে খাবো।
কেন বাপ, সবজি খাবি না কেন? সবজি না খাইলে বড় হবি না, বুদ্ধি হইব না।
হ্যাঁ কর, মুখ খুলে না দেখছো। আর স্কুলে ভর্তি করাই দেওয়া দরকার না?
হ্যাঁ দেওয়া তো দরকার। তো মাত্র ঢাকা শহরে এলাম, স্কুলে ভর্তি করালে তো একটু টাকা পয়সা খরচ হইব, টাকা পয়সা জোগাড় যন্ত্র করতে হবে না।
সামনে একটা স্কুল আছে, আমি গেছিলাম। আমার মনে হইলো যে ওখানে খুব একটা খরচপাতি লাগবো না, ভর্তি করাই দিই। আরে
ঠিকঠাক মতো খোঁজ নিছ, মানে ভালো হইব?
ভালোই তো মনে হইলো।
দেখো তুমি যেটা ভালো মনে করো।
সারাদিন তো টোটো করে ঘুরে বেড়ায়, কই কই যায়, কাগো লগে মিশে, কিছুই তো জানি না। আর এখানে তো কারো চিনিও না।
কি রে ভাব, ঢাকা শহরে এসেই দেখি বন্ধু পাতায় ফেলছিস। তা একটু পড়াশোনা করতে হইব না? হ্যাঁ করতে হইব তো। এই যে তোর পুরান স্কুলের যে বইগুলো আছে, ওইগুলো নিয়েও তো একটু বসতে পারস না?
জিগাও তো পড়ে কিনা। আমি পড়ি তো। আবার মিছে কথা থাবর তুমি।
থাক, তুই এখন খা, আজকে আমি তোরে নিয়ে পড়তে পাবো, ঠিক আছে?
হ্যাঁ কর, মুখটা খুলে না। হ্যাঁ কর, বাহ পানি নিয়ে আসতে।
এটা হইতেছে কাজের আনন্দ, নবকৃষ্ণ ভট্টাচার্য। মৌমাছি মৌমাছি কোথায় যাও নাসি নাসি, দাঁড়াও না একবার ভাই। কি রে এখনই ঘুমাস কেন? একটু পর। ওই ফুল ফোটে বনে, যায় মধু আহরণে, দাঁড়াবার সময় তো নেই। এত হাই তুলতেছিস কেন?
বাকিটা কালকে পড়ি।
কালকে পড়বি?
পড়তে বলেই ঘুমাহে না?
আমি অনেক পড়ছি।
আবার
কই দে, পেন্সিল দে, আমি তোর এই শব্দার্থগুলো লিখে দেই, এগুলা মুখস্থ করবি।
তুমি দোকানে যাইবা না?
যাবো তো, আর একটু এগুলা দেখা দিয়ে যাই। এগুলা তোর বাসার কাজ, ঠিক আছে? এগুলো মুখস্থ করবি। যে আহরণ মানে হইতেছে সংগ্রহ করা। আহরণ মানে কি?
সংগ্রহ করা।
সংগ্রহ করা। তারপরে হচ্ছে
một cho bao nhiêu? 160 à, chứ được phải làm một lần nữa, một hoặc hai lần nữa. Rồi kỹ năng nữa, này thì banh slay. Đã chờ thì quay rồi sao? Chưa, 10 tiếng nữa. À, cần mất tính thời gian chơi game. Trốn. Good. Not. Đúng rồi. Đấu sĩ à? Quyền năng biết kiếm này. Cái đồ bộ bố gái. Bao nhiêu rồi? 26 tỷ à? Người thì là 200 rồi. Người là 2 là 1 tỷ. Người là 5. Người là 5 lát. 5 lát. Đó, 200 lát 2 triệu một lát 200 lát 2 4 đó đúng rồi 40 củ. Ôi trời ơi 210 lần nữa đấy một sống với à 2 bay 2 nữa lên 5 phút bay một chia xong bình chi lên bình nhé đúng nào Olivia ngon có biết kiếm của anh đâu máu
আমার সুবিধার লোক মনে হইতেছে না কি কইতেছেন আপনি কি কইতেছেন গায়ে হাত দিবেন কেন গায়ে দিও গায়ে হাত দিলে কি করবে একদম গায়ে করতেছেন তুই তুই আমি আজকে শেষ কর তুই টাকা দে আমার টাকা দে ওরে আজকে বই
আপনি কোন রাস্তার মধ্যে আইছেন ভাই এই এই আপনি কারে করছেন হ্যাঁ
আরে ভাই আপনারে কই নাই আমার কল দিছিলাম আমি কল রিসিভ করতেছিলাম আরে কইছি
আমারে কোন মানে এই আপনি নামেন তো নামেন আমি যাব না আপনি কি কইতেছেন হ্যাঁ
আপনি যাইবেন না কেন
না আমি যাব না আপনি আপনি নামেন আমার টাকা দেন আমি যাইগা
দেমু না টাকা আমারে না নিয়ে গেলে আমি ভাড়া দেমু না
আরে আপনি কখন থেকে এই অলি করতেছেন আপনার আমার সুবিধার লোক মনে হইতেছে না একদমই সুবিধার লোক মনে হইতেছে আপনি টাকা দেন আমি যাইগা
আমার সুবিধার লোক মনে হইতেছে না কি কইতেছেন আপনি কি কইতেছেন
গায়ে হাত দিবেন কেন
গায়ে দিও গায়ে দিলে কি করবে একদম গায়ে করতেছেন তুই গায়ে
আমি আজকে শেষ কর তুই টাকা দে আমার টাকা দে
ওরে আজকে বই
মোটরসাইকেল করে নিয়ে যেতেছেন ভাই এটা আমার মালিকের মোটরসাইকেল ভাই মোটরসাইকেল নিয়ে যান না
গাড়ি থামলো কেন
স্যার একটা অ্যাক্সিডেন্ট হয়েছে
ভাই ভাই আমার একটু বাঁচান
স্যার
ভাই
পেটে তো ছুরি
মনে হচ্ছে চিন্তা কি
হসপিটাল নিয়ে যান ভাই
স্যার হসপিটালে নিয়ে যাব
আরে পাগল হইছো এত রাতে থানা পুলিশের ঝামেলা কে যাবে চালাও গাড়ি
স্যার কি অবস্থা মনে হয় না বাবা
ভাই যাই না ভাই ও ভাই আমার একটু হসপিটাল
này sao thế nhỉ sao thế ít ít nhỉ? Nổ bùm quá rồi. Rồi cút. Xong cút. Mèo 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 mèo. Cái gì đấy? Lò đắc bù bù làm mau vậy. Chuẩn không vậy. Thầy lái nha, thầy lái tốc độ cao xem con lái không. Từ từ mày ấy hả, xít được. So ride a cat in high speed đấy. Chuẩn không? Đây á, không được. Sửa tốc độ cao. Tốc độ cao đét mà. Rồi một lần, hai lần thứ hai. 300 lap à, 400 lap. Chuẩn không thầy? Chuẩn không? Chuẩn không? Ui, tốc độ cao đấy. 378 lap trên 400. Này à, bắt đầu thua. Mày khỏe đấy. 2299 á. Mày đấu sĩ á. Mình lẫn vào mày méo ăn uống đầy đủ nhỉ? Thằng này được ăn uống đầy đủ. 2299 là phải không? Không. Tự động chuyển hóa bản đấu. Đúng đi em.
Lũ.
Ô, phải chấm. Này em full rồi.
Chuẩn bị ăn đi sang chuối.
Không biết. Ok thầy ơi, mày sẽ ride a cat. Lâu rồi, 15 phút. Well played bro. Mày lái luôn đấy, lái bình vua lái racing boy. Nhốt luôn, chết không? Ngồi đi. Đéo đi à? Vào nó kèm rất siêu linh. Đéo đủ mana để chết. Được không? Khỏe rồi ra. Đấy cái bài gì với cả Nautilus 2.
আচ্ছা আপনি ওই দিন আপনার আম্মার সামনে আমার লগে এরকম ব্যবহার করছেন কেন?
আমার ইচ্ছে হয়েছে আমি করছি, আর আমার পিছে ঘুরে লাভ নেই।
কেন? আমি আপনার ভালোবাসি না, করবো না কেন?
বেহায়া মেয়ে রে বাবা, তোমার তো আমি ক্লিয়ার করে বলছি যে আমি তোমার বিয়ে করব না।
আরে আপনার আম্মাই তো আমার পছন্দ করতো, তো আপনি শাদি করবেন না কেন?
তাহলে তারই বিয়েটা করো।
কি কইতাছেন? আমি আপনার আম্মারে কেন শাদি করব? তো আপনারা শাদি করুন, আর আপনি যদি আমার শাদি না করছেন তাহলে কয়ে দিলাম ব্লেড দিয়ে আপনার নাম আমার হাতে লিখুন।
তোমার যা ইচ্ছা তুমি তাই করো, আমি একদমই ভয় পাই না। আগের বার মাইনে নিছি, খেলা ছিল দেখা, এটা খেলা না, এটা আমার জীবন। আমি জীবন নিয়ে ছেলে খেলা করতে পারবো না।
আমি হাঁচা কইতেছি, আমি কিন্তু ব্লেড দিয়ে
হাতে পায়ে গলায় মুখে সব জায়গায় যেখানে ইচ্ছা সেখানে লেখো। ইংরেজি বাংলা ফার্সি যেটাতে পারো সেটাতেই লেখো, আমার কিচ্ছু যায় আসে না।
আপনার আমি শেষবারের মতো কইতেছি, আপনার আর বেশি সময় দিব না, শুধুমাত্র 12 ঘন্টা সময় দিলাম। এই 12 ঘন্টার মধ্যে আপনি আপনার মত বদলাইবেন, নাহলে কইলাম আমি হাঁচায় ব্লেড দিয়ে আপনার নাম লিখে ফেলাম। আমার কেউ আটকাইতে পারবো না।
আরামসে তুমি সিগারেট টানো, বুঝো না শান্তিতে, আর ওদিক দিয়ে কাম সারছে।
কেন কি হইছে?
আরে শুনোস না, ওই মেয়ে তো ডেঞ্জারাস একটা ঘটনা ঘটায় ফেলছে। লেট দিয়ে হাত কাটছে, এখন কি গো মামা? ওই মেয়েটা
বস কি মামা? কস হাত
কেন? ওই মেয়ের তোর কোনো কথা হয়েছিল?
কালকে রাত্রেবেলা বাসার সামনে এসে দাঁড়াইছিল, আমার 12 ঘন্টার আলটিমেটাম দিছে।
এই কিসের আলটিমেটাম দিছে রে? হ্যাঁ
আরে ওই বিয়াতে রাজি না হইলে কি জানি।
এই কথা তুই আগে কবি না।
আরে আমি কি বুঝছি নাকি?
আরে না বাবার কি আছে, বুঝোস না, মেয়েটা তো ডেঞ্জারাস। এখন যদি কিছু হয়ে যায় মামা, আমাকে তো পুলিশে ধরে নিয়ে যাবে।
আমি কি করছি?
ও আমি কি করছি কিছু জানো না? ওই বেটা আইনার মারবে জানো, জীবনে তো থানায় তুই যাস জানবি কেন? তা না আমি গেছি।
শোন, যে কোনো হলে আত্মহত্যা প্ররোচনকারী যেই হোক না কেন, তার নাম যদি একবার থানায় গিয়ে কয় মামা, তাহলে তার খবর আছে। এখন তুই কি করবি তুই চিন্তা করে দেখ।
কি করছে সব? এই লাইলি বাইচা আছে তো?
হ্যাঁ শুনলাম ও তো বাইচা আছে।
কোন হসপিটাল আছে? আমি যাই একটু দেখা করে আসি।
হসপিটালে যাই দেখা করে, হসপিটাল থাকলে এতক্ষণ তুমি চৈত শিকার ভিত্তা থাকলা, বুঝো নাই? আর তুমি যাই হয়তো বাসায় আছে। এই তুই কি ওর বাসায় যাবি?
তুই যাবি মামা?
হায় রে খোদা, তুমি আইছো, আমি জানতাম তুমি আইবা। আমি লাইলে রে কইছি তুমি আসবা। চ্যাংরা হও আর রক্ত গরম হও, মানুষ তো, তোমার মনের ভিতরে সেই প্রেমটা আছে।
আচ্ছা আমি লাইলির সাথে একটু দেখা করবো।
লাইলির সাথে দেখা করবা?
কেমন আছে ও?
আছে ভালো, আসো আসো, তোমার আমি একটু দেখা করাতে আসো।
এইসব কি?
প্লেট দিয়ে তোমার নাম লিখছি, বানান ঠিক আছে?
একদম ঠিক আছে। কিন্তু কি বলো বাইক না, ভালো হয়েছে না? আমি কিন্তু লাইলিতে কইছিলাম লাইলি ছবি তুইলা ওরে পাঠাই দে। ভাই কইছে যে না, কিছু জিনিস আছে এগুলো ছবি তুলে পাঠালে সঠিকভাবে দেখা যায় না, সামনাসামনি দেখতে হয়। এর লেগে তো এতক্ষণ ধরে তোমার জন্য অপেক্ষা করতেছি।
এইসব পাগলামির কোনো মানে আছে?
আছে না, তোমার আমি শাদি করব, তুমি আমার শাদি করবা, করবা না?
এই তুমি কি আমার বলদ পাইছো? বলদ এই পাশে দাঁড়ানো লোকটার মতো।
নিলে তুমি আমার মামার নিয়ে কি করতেছো?
আমি বলবো তুমি শুনবা। মানে এই যদি তোমার হাত কাটার নমুনা হয়, হ্যাঁ আমি জানলে আমি জীবনেও আসতাম না। আর যদি হাত সত্যি সত্যি কাটতাও তাও আসতাম না, কোনো লাভই হইতো না। আমি তোমারে বিয়ে করব না। তোমার মতো মেয়ের সাথে শুধুমাত্র মজা নেওয়া যায়, বাড়ির বউ করা যায় না। তোমার মধ্যে ওই রকম কোনো এলিমেন্টই নাই।
তুমি একটু বেশি বেশি করতেছো না?
এই মাঝখান দিয়ে ঢুকে গেলেন? হ্যাঁ সাদে কি আপনার মাইনছে হাবলু কয়? এর লেগে আপনার হাবলু কয়। কারণ ঢুকছেন যখন, তখন আমারে না বুঝায় আপনার এই ড্রামাবাজ ভাগ্নিরা বুঝান। আমি ওরে বিয়ে করব না, আমি মরে গেলে ওরে বিয়ে করব না। মানে নিজের তো কোনো মান সম্মান নাই, পরিবারের মান সম্মানটা যদি খোয়াইতে না চাও তাহলে এসব বন্ধ করো। সবার সামনে অপমান করবো না।
থাক ভাগ্নি, তুই কষ্ট পাইস না, হয়তো তোরা বুঝতে পারে নাই। আর যেদিন বুঝতে পারবো, ওই কান্দা বুক চাপলাইবো, তখন বুঝবো যে কি জিনিস হারাইছি। তুই কান্দিস না ভাগ্নি, একদম কান্দিস না। তুই থাক, আমি আইতাছি, দেখতেছি।
Dương ơi, ra xem quanh người trong người đá như này. Nhớ hiểu. Chỉ có phút đi thôi. Nó cái đéo gì? Ui. À, chị ba dạ. Nghỉ đi anh chưa nghỉ được lâu rồi. Anh đi anh đi ngược lùi. À, cảnh vẽ đầu sĩ thì cũng bản hắc ám của là thì chơi cả trận đấu ấy, 7 trận đấu xong vừa đấu ạ. Đây 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 này đây này đây đây này hết rồi Chết lỡ đéo gì. Lần à. Có số ca sự bình minh như thế nhỉ? Số cái. Thay cho Roblox quay để quản. Trong game này cái token dùng như Roblox quay. Có cái game này thôi. Nhưng mà đắt điên, mấy đồ gọi là đắt điên tại vì mình kiếm được tiền này. Mình kiếm được. Bởi vì hồi máu với bố. Đấy. Rồi ôi nó đấm con CV2 như lợn. Trời ơi, quý. Tuấn silent cheat mình rồi. Bố xong đấu à? Bố xong đấu à? Xong. Để giữ đi để mình con này chết này. Được lui rồi. Ok. Anh đi dàn cá để xong. Lên nhỉ? Nếu không là đéo gì ăn. Quan. Tối ăn xử là ít đấy. Lúc chưa ngồi bóc cả một túi lạc báo cho nhưng mà lỗ một tí các cái răng mùi đồng lên. Tiếp bạn khỏe đấy. Bạn khỏe đét mà. Rồi rồi. Bao nhiêu tiếng rồi? Anh chắc là hơn 20, tầm 25 gì đấy. Quỷ đấy. 2 ngày. Ê, đéo dồn được cái đéo này này. Đấy, cái tay mà. Đâu có đồ. Lắp đồ công không? Không đi. À lắp đồ tanh đi. Rồi xong. Đi. Này là bút chòi. Đồng đấy, bút to đấy. To điết mà. Điên, to điên. Buồn lắm em ơi. Ai bây giờ anh vào xem kêu quên livestream nhưng mà xem livestream xong bị lag quá anh đéo xem. Lag cái OBS gì và OBS là đéo hiện cái xem trước lên kệ thì kia xem lại xong. Tướng 2 và 2 sao à? Dấu được. Còn kia này ở kia này. Còn kia này. Để kiếm được quyền lắc 2. Còn không. Dấu rồi. Đúng rồi, đột thanh nó lắp phụ lạnh của bố. Xin tính xong. Anh quay bao lâu rồi? Quay được 7 phút nữa để qua định nha. Broccoli. Yes. Sao lại chết mình thế rồi? Ác quỷ phi phai, sống dai thành huyền thoại. Chi chi buộc núp. Ngu nhọt à? Chết thằng này. Cái này vứt hàng đi. Rồi, ngon. Chitana, Chatanit. Đây à? Vào đây đi. Được. Đến không? Ủa đến luôn mở nguyên sàn à? Này cái con người đá này phải hỗ trợ nguyên sàn đấy. Cho nhiều. Đầu ca. Ơi. 5 phút nữa, làm có thể cũng nót. Thì quật rồi, đây rồi. 5 đồng nữa làm qua đồng 30 5 đồng nữa mà vẫn có 18 đồng một chút. Ghép pet không? À rồi, mảnh đét. Xong đấu dài hơi mở. Ở đây đi. 2 đồng, 5 vàng. 7k game mở. Xếp bài cực quý này, xếp bài tam giác. Tam giác là tác sang tác là thành sắc. Giờ mình đá đánh lắp full đồ Story nhé. Đi xin là ngon. Một tổ đi xin này. Một tổ đi xin, một tổ nguyên rồi xong. Ta đi xin không? 2% ta đi xin không? Nhảy ra đi xin cho bố. Ảo xin. Có đi bia. Soraka. Vienna. Chết rồi. Rồi lắp đây cũng được rồi lắp đây đi. Ở trên này thân đây đi. Rồi một vé số tông cả ký 100 mai xịt phẩm lên lý hàng giờ hút không thể cúc cái này nhảy cái này kia có tay ra nội trong 3k đánh sơ block lùi 5700 007 không à bị giật máy view bị giật biết đánh đéo này đéo sao đánh bên nhà chú đúng không chết đéo dân na rồi dân na ra chết cuối giật